Do you struggle to stay consistent with healthy eating and just want food decisions to be easy, guilt-free, and sustainable? You're in the right place. I'm Chelsea, nutritionist and fitness coach who overcame restrictive yo-yo dieting and body image insecurities using simple nutrition tools, all backed by biblical principles. And now I help women like you find that same freedom with food so you can feel confident in the look and health of your body for decades to come. I'm ready to dive in with you. So open your notes app and let's go. In this episode, I am joined by Amanda Reinhart, someone who embodies the reality that life doesn't always go the way we plan. She is one of my original clients who started working with me way back in my early days as a personal trainer, and then later on, once again, after I became a nutritionist. Her story shows that it is possible to find joy and balance with your body in the midst of life's unexpected challenges. Amanda is as down to earth as they come, now a wife and toddler mom, lover of exploring local breweries, camping, and knitting, and has mastered the art of giving herself grace while also continually becoming the best version of herself. I am so excited to share our conversation with you. I think it is exceptionally inspiring and relatable. So without further ado, welcome to Nutrition for Christian Women. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. We're both moms now, I think, since the last time we
Yeah.
spoke. That's wild.
Uh-huh. I have a 14 and a half month old
That's
since the last time we spoke.
wow. I'm just so excited to reconnect with you and talk about your journey because I feel like we have a lengthy history together. I mean, you are one of my OG clients from way back when I first started. Baby Chelsea was a personal trainer and I'd seen success in my own life, but now I was starting to help other people, and you were one of those people. So I'm just excited to kind of play nostalgia and think back and hear how you are now. And so let's just do that. Thinking back to when we first started working together, where
Which was 10 years ago.
don't even say that. That's insane.
I
A
did
whole
that math
decade.
and cried a little bit
Yeah,
inside.
I can't believe it's been a decade. That is wild. So much has happened since then. So if you can
Yes.
think back that far, do you remember how you were feeling, about your body in your body? Do you remember what really made you decide to, hire a personal trainer at the gym?
Well, I was, the very typical band nerd. There was I did some activity going through school. I took dance classes because that was the bridge between music and athletics, right?
Hmm.
Um, but I was never serious about any of it. It was what I did because partial parental expectation that I do some sort of physical movement as well as academics and whatever I was interested in, and partially just because I had friends in those activities, so that you do what your friends are doing. And got through college, started the workforce, and I was not moving. I was
Yeah.
very sedentary. And I hit a point, truthfully, about a year before we started working together, where I just felt like garbage. I wasn't really doing anything. I wasn't paying attention to what I ate. I wasn't adding physical activity. And I said, okay, I need to do this. So I got a Planet Fitness membership and started that process. I was like, okay, this isn't terrible. I can maybe do this. And after about a year of that and some other exposures, when I want to go to a gym that's got more options, has more machines, maybe some workout classes, I don't know. And let's see what we can do with this because this actually might be a little bit fun. Enter, what was it at the time? Aspen Athletic Clubs.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
hey, we have a free consultation opportunity with a trainer if you'd like to set that up. It's like, sure, why not? What is there to lose? It's an
Yeah.
hour of my life. I'm interested in seeing where this can go. And then it turned out to be not not just you, but also someone like I had seen around the halls in the music department at Drake. Like it's
Yeah.
not this crazy, because that was the low key fear was that I was going to get some like super gym bro, and I was going to be terrified because that wasn't me. And so it was not terrifying at all. In the short time we had together, you didn't have me doing, but you had me inspired and motivated to do plank ups between Netflix episodes.
I
Like,
remember you doing that. That's so
and
funny. Yes.
that was the start of all of this. And I was like, ooh, I like weightlifting. I like not just, oh, let's do a couple bicep curls, but like let's get in there and squat and deadlift and do the scary things. And it was tons
Mhm.
and tons of fun.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember you just reporting back to me all of the little extra things that you're doing throughout your day just to kind of break up your day, whether it was at work or at home. And you would almost come in wagging your tail, excited to report, like, guess what else I was doing today? Or guess what else I came up with? And I'm just doing this little, squat every 10 minutes challenge or something like that. And you blew me away with how committed you were to actually making changes, but you made it fun for yourself. And that was super enjoyable for me as your trainer and friend to witness. And it was inspiring for me. And it helped me want to train you. I remember looking forward to your sessions because obviously, we would giggle a lot, but it's fun for me as a trainer to coach someone who actually wants to be coached. And that was definitely you. You're very coachable. Um, and so we did the fitness training. You made significant progress. I mean, your pictures are some of the ones that I have on my website for a testimonial because, I mean, have you looked at those lately? I mean, it's kind of unbelievable how much you changed in a relatively short amount of time. Do you remember that?
Yeah, we worked together like 6-ish months, and then you went off and, had to do your whole Miss Iowa glam thing.
Sorry.
You go, girl. Yeah, it was crazy. I did. I went back on the website to take a look at those as we were kind of getting this set back up, and was like, oh man, that was insane.
Yeah. It was a major transformation. And I had several conversations with my colleagues too, who, we see the same people every day, right? And we see the same
Of
people in the
course.
gym. It was kind of a small gym. And so we would talk about, wow, your client is, they're looking like they're really doing well. And you were definitely one in that conversation. Okay, so that went really well. But then fast forward a few years, we reconnected and we started focusing on nutrition, which is actually backwards from how I normally do it. Now I normally let's focus on nutrition first because that really is the thing that pushes the needle forward the most. But like
Right.
I said, you were an OG client of mine before I was even a nutritionist, so you got the backwards way, but tell me how that changed things.
Yeah, so when I came to you with nutrition, we were living heavy in injury land
Oh,
for
that's
me.
right. Yeah.
Some genetics had caught up with me, and just some lovely life experiences that pushed the needle on the whole, hey, guess what? Your back hates you
Mm-hmm.
moment. And realizing I'm no longer in my early 20s, my body takes the hits a little harder. I can't just tweak my back and then be fine in 2 hours. Like it takes time.
Mm-hmm.
And the nutrition also has a little more impact. And that was something that I was looking at and I was like, I feel so much like I can't control anything right now because I couldn't control the pain, because I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
control what I could do on any given day and wake up and be like, oh, well, there goes all of our plans because I actually can't walk down the stairs.
Mm.
I felt like I could use nutrition as a control to feel a little better about where I was at. And I knew from watching you on socials that you had ramped that up. And that was a big thing for you at that point. And I knew that I trusted you and that we worked well together. And so I had that conversation with my, at the time, fiance. And he's like, hey,
Mhm.
you know what? I need to lose the weight too. I'm feeling a little crappy because I'm not working out because you're not working out. So let's do it. Like, let's make this happen. And that was round two, so to speak.
I remember when you slid in my DMs, hey girl, let's do the nutrition thing. Yeah, then I was wagging my tail. And I remember that anytime we have a debilitating injury or something that prevents us from being active, we really start to realize, wow, I love being active. And there's nothing worse than telling an active person that they can't be active. It just feels like purgatory. And when there's pain involved too, that's just another element of misery. But I think you are also a testament that food, it can be very healing. Food is medicine, and you can still make progress and you can still change your body composition and still feel good and have energy if your movement is minimal, but you're focused and you're dialed in on your nutrition. Because on a cellular level, we are what we eat, right? So when you're fueling well, we can still feel well, even if we're not active in the capacity that we want to be. Activity is what keeps us strong and mobile and out of nursing homes later in life. Nutrition is what makes us feel good day in and day out and keeps us healthy. So I'm glad that you came to that realization. You knocked on my door. We did the thing. How did that help you through your season of injury and just not feeling super great in or about your body?
I mean, it like I said, it gave me something that I felt like I could control when I felt like so much was out of my control. And I am a very type A person. My Google Calendar is the source of many a joke amongst my friends and family
Yeah.
because I use it so religiously, and that's fine. I am perfectly okay with that. But being in that season where I didn't know what the next treatment step was going to be, I didn't know where that was going, what I was going to be able to physically feel up to doing on any given day. It was nice to know that I had that control to say, hey, this is what I'm putting on my plate. This is how I'm making myself feel good today, regardless of what else is going on around me.
Mm-hmm.
Even if maybe my back didn't feel good, my digestive system could feel good.
Yes.
And I discovered
Amen.
the beauty of kohlrabi noodles during that time. And I really need to get back to a Trader Joe's.
And the same thing too, in that season, I remember you reporting back to me different meals that you made, or you'd send me pictures. Look how many vegetables are in this dish. And again, you just took ownership of it and brought light into what was kind of a dark season. And it sounds very similar to my own journey of, when everything in life is out of your control, the one thing you can control is how well you take care of your body. And you embrace that fully. You did make progress, and I think more than anything, if I were to just kind of summarize it, it gave you confidence in an uneasy, shifting season. And it was really fun to watch your confidence unfold. And then you got pregnant and you had a baby. Congratulations. Like I said
Thank you.
earlier, we haven't even connected since you and I had a baby, which is wild.
Yeah.
So, my question for you there is, now that you have a child, how have the tools that we established before baby, how have they played a role in your life postpartum?
Well, one of my favorite moments recently with my kid is we were out to eat and we're sitting down to order, and I pull the typical mom thing because, he's almost 15 months. He's eating full solids. Like, we're ordering him meals at restaurants because he is an eater. Like, that kid loves food. So, okay, ordering his food the second we sit down, but I'm not ordering for my kid off the kids' meal. I
Mm.
ordered my kid the elote bowl with the salsa verde on the side because black beans, edamame, corn, peppers, onion, and he's going to town. I had to pick the tortilla, like the crispy tortilla strips off because he's not going to touch those.
Wow.
15 months. If I need an easy meal for my kid, I saute up peppers, onion, chickpea, black bean, corn, some mild green chilies with cumin and garlic because I know he'll eat that. Like he's struggling with animal proteins a little bit. They're getting better as we get some more teeth, but I can put a bowl of black beans in front of him and he's like, okay, cool. This is awesome. He devoured a whole peach at lunch today. Like it's nice watching how that impacts the way my kid eats
Yeah.
at this age. Like he's never going to know any better than, yeah, we eat lots of vegetables. That's just what we do. It made it easy coming out of pregnancy to once I actually, again, my body let me feel control of what I was eating. I wasn't navigating pregnancy nausea every single day.
Hmm.
It was so easy to make myself feel good again, even when I was in recovery, because I ended up with an emergency C section, not part of the original plan, 365 days after I'd had my back surgery. So within a year,
Oh.
back surgery to have part of one of my discs like cut because I had a herniated disc that was causing the nerve pressure. 1 year later, we cut through all the layers of my abdomen. So, really got to rebuild that core.
Yeah.
But it was nice, again, having food to be able to control as I went through the physical recovery.
Dang, girl, that is a lot of trauma to the body. And I'm so proud of you for nourishing yourself so that it had all of the resources to heal, twofold, both front and back. That's insane. But also, just to circle back, how amazing it is to hear that you are setting the example for your child and he's eating real foods. He gravitates towards real foods. There's no such thing as kid food in your home, which I think is incredible. I think a lot of us fear that, and kids tend to be have a little bit more of a selective palate, simply just lack of exposure and developing taste buds. But you're doing it. And because it's second nature to you and you already established diamond meals in your everyday life before baby came. And I'm with you. I was sicker than a dog the entire time I was pregnant. There was, I mean, 9 weeks straight where I threw up every single day. And so the nutritionist who loves
Oh no.
vegetables could hardly eat vegetables and lived off of popsicles for 2.5 months. Um, Talk about humble pie and also guilt, but that's another conversation for another time. Um, but yeah, just you had those tools established before baby came, and now it helps you recover. It's influencing your child. I'm sure your husband's on board with it too. That's just so cool to see that pan out, all because you made the decision to slide in my DMs, but then you also did the work. Like you did it. You committed to it. You made it fun and you saw the benefit for not only yourself long term, but your future family. And I want to applaud you because not everyone can get to that level. And it's so, so cool to see that actually play out in someone's life. I'm super, super proud of you.
Yeah, it's been great. And having the food right out the gate before I could move and then having to go through a second round of physical therapy to get functional again and still not being able to move. Even once they said, "Hey, the 6 weeks restriction is lifted. You can do what you want." I couldn't do what I wanted. That took a while. And again, it was nice having something I could control during that time, something that I could use to say, hey, like I'm still making good decisions for me, even if I can't always make every decision I want.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And having worked with you both times and gone through that whole process, I think really helped with that mentality as well. Being a previous all or nothing sort of person to being able to roll with the punches a little bit more because
Mm,
it's not a straight line and trying to force it to be doesn't work. Like
yeah.
real life is always going to get in the way. But here I am 14 and a half, almost 15 months later, I'm back to walking my dog 2 to 3 miles every single morning and then coming home and doing a lift if my kids' wake up schedule allows me to get it in right away, or if I push it till later in the day. Um, I can finally do plank ups again. Like that was my first major goal because of the history with it. I was like, okay, I need to be able to get to 5 plank ups per side without feeling like I'm absolutely dying.
Amazing.
And it took me a little while, but we're there. And being able to adjust the mindset and say, hey, you know what? It's a process, it's a journey for a reason, helped me avoid getting discouraged and giving up when it could have been very easy. Sure, it
Mhm.
took a little while, it's been slow at times, but we're here. I feel so good about that.
I'm gonna cry. I mean, that's so cool. It is a journey, and the sooner we can accept that we have to walk through it, we can't just genie our way to the end. So, I've got two more questions for you, okay? What words of wisdom might you have for the young lady who is listening to this, who might be feeling the same way that you were, just stuck and not feeling their best, wanting to do something? Maybe life is getting in the way. What kind of words of encouragement could you give her, or words of wisdom just based on your own experience?
Give yourself grace.
Mm,
It's so much about not only recognizing the stage that you're in, but respecting the stage that you're in.
I
Not
love
every
that.
stage is going to look perfect. You're not going to be able to 100% nail the nutrition for every single meal, crush it every single day in the gym, hit whatever ancillary movement goals you have outside of that. Like, sure, you're going to have stages that look like that, but I have yet to meet a person who has had even a month go exactly the way they wanted it to from
Mm,
the first to the 30th. Like, let's be real. So it's okay. It's okay to be going through that stage. It's okay to feel that way. Pick one thing. Pick one thing and start there. Don't make it the huge leap. And I mean, that was one of my favorite things about your nutrition program. Like, it's not, okay, here's 1,000 rules to learn. You pick one thing. And maybe that one thing is just watching what you eat, like literally like looking at it. I'm not saying like, oh, I have to, no, look at what you eat before you
yeah.
eat it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's adding a second vegetable, but at the end of it all, give yourself grace. Give yourself permission to be feeling what you're feeling, going through what you're going through, and then figure out what you can do in that.
I love that. Everything is figure outable. That's so good. Preach it, sis. I need to do that myself. So thank you for those words of wisdom. You didn't even know you were coaching me. All right. The last question that I have for you is one that I ask all of my guests on the podcast. And that is, what is your favorite form of potato?
I think right now, my favorite form of potato has to probably be the roasted sweet potatoes that I put in my chorizo bowls
Oh,
that I
yes.
do. It's chorizo and a bunch of veggies, and then we put it on top of oven roasted sweet potatoes. And they're simple. It's potato, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, a little chili powder. If you can't tell, I like my Mexican inspired food.
Yeah.
But you get that sweet, savory bit of spice, and it pairs so great with the chorizo. And it's great for me because I'm not a super spicy food sort of person, but then my husband can add his hot sauce or whatever he wants. It makes it very versatile. And I love the juxtaposition of flavors. It's that or like a traditional mashed potato. Like you think back home holidays, it's one or the other.
I think sweet potatoes are the superior potato. Once I introduce myself to them, you can't bother me to have a russet potato. It just won't happen. I love sweet potatoes. My mother, on the other hand, is virtually the opposite. It's very funny to me, but that sounds delicious. I love pairing sweet and savory, or, I love, like you said, the juxtaposition of those flavors. It just makes it so much more interesting and satisfying so that you are interested in your food and you like it and you actually eat it and you want to eat it versus convenience food that is bland and boring and dull. So Yeah, I'm with you. I'll have to try that. That sounds so good.
It is good. Yeah, I feel like you and I could go down a whole rabbit hole of recipe and like talking about how to make food fun too. I
Maybe we'll do another episode. We can do that and we can just go back and forth and come up with some inspiration on literal what
love
to do
it.
in the kitchen. Let's do it.
I love it.
Okay, Amanda, I want to be respectful of your time with your little. I can hear my child screaming. My poor husband has been doing a great job coaxing her, but sometimes you just need mom. So I'm going to go rescue him. But thank you so much for carving out time to hang out with me and for all of your words of wisdom and just sharing your experience. I asked you to be on the podcast because you really are an inspiration and you are one of my favorite people I've ever worked with. And I'm so glad that our journeys have continued to cross paths. And yeah, I know someone out there is going to hear your story and can relate. So thank you for your willingness to share it.
Of course, anytime.
All right, my friend, we'll chat soon. I pray this episode was helpful to you, my friend. If so, could you do me a massive favor and take 30 seconds to write a review? This is the best way to bless me big and help more people learn just how simple eating healthy consistently can be. And if you want more value-packed info from me, head to coachrain.com and sign up for the weekly harvest. My weekly emails filled with recipes, how to use food as medicine, biblical nutrition, and more. That's coachreign.com for all the goods. Blessings until next time, sis. Toodles.